I guess first of all, talk about the elements. The wind was just crazy out there. Jack throwing it and just kind of having the kind of more in terms of kind of defense. Well, how tough was the conditions to figure out what to do with it?
I mean, just we've had to play with wind all year basically. I mean, it's just something you have to get used to during the game. It's just another element of the game.
What was it the most difficult wind you had? I mean, you had some falls. It was a straight wind. This was just.
Yeah, this one was unpredictable, I guess, so it might have been the toughest one to deal with. But you know, it's just another part of football.
Yeah, parts of football. Obviously, the emotion with Tony getting hurt, and then just watching that, and then you have to come back and still play the game. You're down, you're trailing at that point. How tough was that to regroup mentally and focus after one of your teammates go down like that?
I mean, I guess we always preach that we're a family around here. I mean, we'll rally around everybody. I mean, Matt got hurt at the beginning of the game, he came back, and then at the end of the game, it was pretty cool. But yeah, we just rally around our teammates. We're a family.
What did you teach in that one? I mean, you've been around, senior, and seen a lot of things happen. Was that one of the toughest things you had to watch?
Yeah, and Tony was having a good game too. Had to make a few catches for us to move the chains. So just seeing a player like him go down, it hurts to see as a player, but then at the same time, we're still in the middle of the game. The next player has to step up. But for Matt and Tony that got hurt, we played this game for them. Matt being a senior, Tony still being like a rookie his first year here. He's a tough kid, and I know he's gonna come back strong from it. But we rallied around each other, offense, defense, special teams, and finished out the game.
Tell me the last go-ahead drive on your. It seems like you guys, you were definitely focused and dialed in, and then you hit the Jensen with the TD pass. Can you go through that last series and you took the lead 20-24?
I mean, we were struggling the whole game. I mean, Augie played great defense on us. It was hard for us, but I felt like the last drive we were really clicking offensively really well. I mean, hit Tony over the middle, and we got a touchdown throw. Jensen ran a perfect route. Just put it right on him.
What was it against offensively? It seemed like the first quarter, especially, you were a little out of sync. Was it some things they were doing, or I mean, there was some drop passes, and you guys just didn't work the crisp, explosive offense as you normally are?
Yeah, I guess they were doing some things that they were playing. They played a great game defensively, but we didn't play up to our standards of how good we can play.
You should talk about that touchdown run. You got things going right away with that long run. It's going to take you through that play.
Coach always says PT never cuts back, but that play, I don't know, the corner of my eye, I just saw there was no one there, so I just took the first gap and just opened it up. It was a good way to start the game, a lot of momentum on our side. We kind of stalled throughout the game, but at the same time, I think towards the end, we started picking up a little bit, moving the chains. So I think we put it in the end zone when it mattered most towards the end of the game, and we worked together as a team.
Mark, speaking of working together as a team, you guys had your up and downs offensively today, too. But when it counted, you came up with a few stops and then pushing back there at the end. Take a little bit then with a couple of sacks you had in that last series that they had.
Yeah, for me, I've just been pressing all year, and I've been wanting to make that big play for my team, and it hasn't come. But today I felt loose, I felt ready to go, and when that time came, I was able to make that play.
You guys pretty confident at halftime? I mean, you were, especially the second half, you shut them down. Did you guys change anything this much, or you just started that? Playing a little more intensely, a little more aggressiveness, you think, in the second half?
Oh, we were definitely confident. We seen everything they had first half. We made a few changes during halftime, and we were able to just play fast. And I think.
What's the remind when you see, they start out with a different quarterback? I mean, second half right away, you're not going to start her out. Does it give you a lift, or does it give you confidence, or what goes through your mind when you see the signal caller there?
Oh, it definitely gives us confidence. Probably hasn't taken all the reps during the week, so we can kind of turn our ears back and get after them.
Game you guys had to win. I know there's a lot of emotion here, but the game you had to win to keep that postseason and that bowl game alive. What's going through your mind when you actually get that 28-24?
Yeah, I felt great. I mean, we had this game we had to win. Got to take it one game at a time. Hopefully, get that 12th game.
Now that you guys have that, momentum carrying into the dome, what's that mentality like to be playing in such a big, stage?
We just got to come ready to play. We've had an example of Mankato. That was a big opportunity that we let it get away. So this game, we know if we win it, with help around the conference too. You know, we just got to take care of what we can take care of. You know, coming to this game next week, knowing that if we win this, we have a chance to play a 12th game. That's what everyone's, you know, trying to rally around. You know, get that 12th game. You know, that's what the season's for, to get that extra game, especially for us seniors. So I think this week of practice is going to be really, you know, we got to pinpoint to the detailed things, because on offensively, you know, we've seen everything that defense can give us. It's just that we haven't played up to our standard, like Jack said. So we got to, you know, look at the film, get clean, you know, make sure everyone's doing their assignment, you know, play a good game.
Just tell me, you know, any game, tell me about the, you know, this team probably won't be remembered for, you know, you want to have a 10-2 record, you want to do a lot of things, but you will, I think, at least what I would remember you as the resolve, the adversity you guys had all season and as again today. And tell me about the character of this team a little bit, what's how you can, you know, fight back and come from behind and not only win this game, but fight back what you've done all year.
You know, I think we have a lot of characters as a team. You know, even before the season started, I think we had a lot of key injuries. You know, not many people know about, but you know, I think we still, you know, started fighting through. You know, 0-2 start. You know, not the way we all envisioned the season to start, but this team, you know, has come from a lot. I think. And winning a game like this in the last few weeks, you know, tough games down to the last drive or two. I feel like, you know, we know we're a good team. We not all the time that we play great, but we know if we give it all, you know, give it everything we have, that, you know, we can be a great and dangerous team. And I think we're finally trying to kind of pick it up. We just got to work on a few little things, offense and defensively. But I feel like we've grown a lot this season. You know, starting from day one of camp, you know, we all have come together. Someone goes down, I think the next guy's ready to step up and knows that, you know, the show keeps going. You know, even someone's down, you still got to play your game of football. So.
How does this change you guys? Has it made you tougher individually, and not just football-wise, but mentally-wise, and in your lives, all the things you've gone through?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's made us tougher. You know, not only just football, but we know when adversity comes, you gotta attack it head on. You can't run away from it, you can't shy from it. So it's definitely made us tougher and closer as a group. You know, we all pull on each other as brothers, and we all trust in each other that we can get our job done.
How does it change you, Jack?
I mean, I've only been here for about 4 months, but
Yeah.
I've felt
Went through a
this.
lot in 4
Yeah,
months.
the guys around here are great. I mean, it's a family here. But yeah, this adversity right away, everybody pulls through it, and then just keep going on from there.
What goes
You
through your
saw our
mind?
whole season in the game.
Unfortunately.
That's what the whole year's been like. So we've had 9 weeks of this, 10 weeks of this now. And I think our kids just said it best up here a minute ago. I mean, it's, you know, the things that we've overcome in this season to even have a winning record. Now we guaranteed a winning record today. That's really important to our program. But more importantly is the way that our kids have fought around and dug deep when you got 11 or 12 starters standing on the sideline or in a hospital. It's part of the game. It's the nature of the game. We know it's going to happen, but never in 30 years of football have I been around a year where these kind of things have happened to us all at the same year. And it breaks my heart to see guys go in an ambulance. And I'm glad he's okay. At least preliminary, he was doing fine on the sideline. You know, as he was leaving, I was talking to him. He was clear-headed, doing very well. But that breaks your heart.
You know, it's been around a long time, too, Tom, and 30 years of covering stuff, and that was one of the most emotional moments. You see Tony, you know, just a great guy. When he raises his arm up, I mean, what's that do? But it just stop here.
Well, you know, when I first got out there, he was, you know, he was knocked out for a while. When I got out there, he was just starting to come, we're back into his senses, and it's very scary. And you know, you get the MT people hooking up IVs, and I'm standing there holding a bag, and it's just like you're looking at the kid like, you got to be kidding me. This kid's 23 years old. Why is he going in an ambulance? It's not right. It's not fair. But it's part of the game, and it's going to happen. And it's going to happen again. But with all that has happened during the year, that flush of emotion comes to you, and it's really hard to, you know, hold on.
Yeah, that was amazing to me that, you know, that everybody's walking around, you're thinking, and you don't know. There's the, you know, the fear, the anxiety of the unknown, but you have to come back and finish. You get 6 minutes left to play.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of those crazy things in sport where when you're down the deepest, players, coaches that have good quality human being in them, that's not a very good sentence, but you know what I'm talking about. but that's when they rise up the most. And I don't care if we won or lost the game. I mean, that's just part of it. It's nice that we did, but the way that our kids, as they, their team's down on one knee, their coach and I are embracing, going, now we don't want any of these kids to be hurt. It's devastating. And then to walk out of here with a victory after that and score a touchdown, I mean, that just shows you the resilience that our kids have been doing all year.
And the guy who scored the touchdown made a play you probably want to forget earlier in the game, but he overcomes it. He comes back, Alex gets the big TD catch.
Yeah, it's been a discipline. It's, again, it's a microcosm of the entire year, because that's one of those undisciplined penalties that cost us, and turn around and he's a hero at the end. So it's like they go back and forth from being really foolish at times to great at times. And so yeah, I've aged a couple years because of that. I blame it on Alex today.
I know you can't say a lot, but the Tony, so he was knocked out. I mean, it's hard to see the replay.
I don't know if he was ever really out, but he was in some kind of knocked out stage. I don't know if he was completely unconscious or not. I don't know that. By the time I got there, his eyes were open. He was communicating. He was scared, but he was talking about the catch. He was talking about the play, and he was talking about am I in the end zone? I mean, those kind of things. So he took a shot.
It's everything he did it's just precautionary, or they don't?
I don't. It's always going to be precautionary. Anytime you have a head or neck injury, to that extent, you're going to put him on a board and take him in, and I really anticipate that he'll walk home tonight.
What can you say about his performance? I mean, you're down Minkus, you're down Cameron Johnson, and you're down somebody by, and he's like you mentioned on Friday, he stepped up.
Yeah, we had, he's a guy, him and Alan May both had big games for us. I mean, those, and Chichi got loose when we had to, and so the guys that you count on that we had left without the inexperience. I mean, you saw earlier in the game, went to Tam, and he dropped one, and I mean, so a couple of those guys that, had opportunities, but you got to get back to the guys you trust, and here's a guy that's only been playing football for 4 months, and he comes up and he's making 2 of the biggest catches in the whole game, and upside down doing it. That's unbelievable.
But Jack's such a quiet guy, but we can say about his resolve, his character, his focus. I mean, he had some drop passes, and he could have been a little upset with that, but he just keeps.
He's a cool customer now. He is. I mean, he is unbelievably poised. Never says a word to anybody. He got whacked a couple times today. He just stands up, adjusts his pads, and looks over for the next play. He's remarkable. We're very, very fortunate to have him here, and really excited about the future with that young man.
We always talk about his arm and what he can do and how he can read, but he's a tough kid.
He's a tough kid. And I told him, you can't imagine what's going to happen when we put him in a weight room. He's not going to be playing basketball this winter, so he's going to be banging weights. But yeah, he's a naturally tough kid. And I know his family really well, and him and his dad and I played baseball against each other, and that's just the way they are. It's just the way that he is brought up. It's the way that he played high school sports. He's there to win. He's competitive. He's internally competitive. You don't see any rah-rah stuff out of him, but internally he's grinding.
Well, let's say defensively, you say you've had your ups and downs, but today when you had the game on the line, you shut him down, you pushed him back, and a couple of big sacks, and they took the game away from him.
Yeah, we had a lot of nice plays around. We gave up the one long ball down the middle, and we just our safety just to get up on top of it, but. Besides that, I thought we played very well. You get to the play and the part of the game, and then down the stretch, and our guys showed up. And they've been getting a lot of criticism all year round, because there's times when they didn't, and there's times when the offense didn't. But today, they got it shut down. The offense took the ball down, scored, put it away, and they held on and made some big plays to win the game. Not just that the other team fell apart. We made plays, and I'm very proud of them for that.
Yeah, it seemed like the defense in the first half was kind of saving the offenses, because they were the offensive line couldn't, they were collapsing and everything, and they wouldn't. So and then the second half they just turned it on and just made some key plays.
Yeah, and we got some pressures in there. I mean, we hit the quarterback a bunch, even in the first half. We got to him a bunch, and that it took a toll on their quarterback as well. In fact, he left the game. And the last play where that kid went down, I think he hurt himself.
Yeah,
he tweaked a knee or something, or an ankle or something. But we still had the pressure on him, and we forced a intentional grounding. I mean, we had some big plays down the stretch in that last quarter. So yeah, we really improved from one half to the next.
Last game of the regular season, you got a lot of time to play for.
We really do. I mean, the bowl committee guys were here and they stayed at my house last night, and they're good friends of ours. And we'll see what happens over at Southwest. And if they win 2 games and go, it's a good representation for our league. If they don't and they split and we win, we go. Love to take this team, because a month from now we'll be pretty healed up. A lot of guys I don't even recognize in uniform.
You gotta get done. I mean, who's left for receivers?
But we'll have Josh and Cam back next week.
Okay.
Josh tried to go this morning, we just couldn't. He was running some routes, but we decided not to hurt him. And we're thinking that way. We're thinking about, let's have one big game, win the game, get a 12th game. We got to have those guys healthy. We might even get Ishmael back, who hasn't played since the first week of practice. So we're pulling for a 10th game, walk in there with a hope, there'll be guys that won't get on the bus and playing all year.